Oh yes, back in the yak.
Kidders are mean, eh? Like, I'm not into kidders, but...
Yeah. Yes, good 18, ain't it? It's not... Yeah! GoProception, that one.
yeah. We'll get up. Taking a while. We'll be just standing here chatting, catching up. In the water to get out there.
Flub it, not turn it on or something. Yeah. Oh yes, back in the yak. Just trying to think. Beautiful. Look at the day. Glassy. Little bit of wind out there, but it's meant to get better. So every time I come out with you, I'm like, fuck, I hope Kerry shoots something early. I'm like, so I don't have to take days off work to stay out here. I brought my filleting knife and some soy and wasabi.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Pretty nice.
Second shot.
It's fat fish. Good bit of fun just then. Absolute shit show on my behalf, to be honest. But Kerry's got a pretty solid king on the board. We're sort of called 15, 18 kilo in the water, but I mean she looks 20, man. It's a barrel.
It's fat. It's super fat. Oh, it's not that big a fish, but it's super fat.
Oh. It's pretty fat.
Look at this.
That's pretty fat, man.
Yeah, a big fatty.
Yeah. Bloody fish bit my finger poking out my gloves. Right, we've changed location a little bit. It has been really slow overall, except for Kerry's kingy. We went back to that spot check for, hoping to get myself a kingy, and then sort of did a bit of snooping through an area, and it was just pretty dead. There's a heap of kayak fishermen out there today, so Kerry pointed out that might have something to do with it. But we're just in another little area now. There's a heap of shags on the water. There's been a couple boats probably throwing out solid burley trails through here, and we've got some kingy guts and half a drummer frame that Kerry's sitting on, so we're going to chuck a good burley down, swim this part of the coast, and then probably just bugger off. It'll be surprisingly late. I don't think either of us have the time on us, so it's got to be like 2, something like that. on. It's actually okay king. Well, back to the kayak, we're done. I ran really pretty bloody hot there in half an hour. Just going to lug all the gear back on the kayak and put it away, and I think we'll probably touch base with you back at the car park. Mean day. Look at this. Ah, so beautiful. A few k's to go. I'm actually a bit tired. Whew, back on dry land. Yeah. Yes, good 18, and it might have been 20 with his guts full.
I don't think it is. I think it's 15. Now 18 with the guts.
Yeah. Mean day.
Yes. That worked.
Right, so that dive, all in all, was just a fantastic day in the water. The weather's been absolutely terrible since that, so it was probably one of the best decisions we've made in a little while. Kerry is probably definitely my most reliable and consistent and enjoyable dive buddy to dive with. I think we spent about 6 hours from beach to beach in those kayaks, and I shot all my fish in the last half hour because I didn't have anything. So, a great couple of snoops, really wrapped with the roller gun. That snoop on the snapper, I actually came around the rock and saw it and just went like that onto the rock, pressed right down into it, and you can sort of see in the clip how I keep looking down at the rock, and I didn't have a hand on the handle, and I was going like that trying to find it without actually moving too much, and it took me about 3 or 4, 5 swipes to actually find the handle of the gun, and somehow managed to keep, tucked right down into the rock and make that snapper interested in what I was actually doing, and it's turned around and I've got it head on. And then of course the kingy, I'd put about half an hour of solid work into that burley, and I never got a proper look onto the burley, and that was my last dive over this burley. And then the kingy swam in and got him to turn around with a couple grunts and took that instead. Never even really got a proper look down onto if there was any proper size snapper hanging around. So all in all, just an excellent day in the water. It's been a tough year for me overall, just because I've been so busy, and the conditions, we've just had so much swell and so much rain up this way, and just things haven't aligned. But just awesome winter's day diving. That's it for now. I'm Sam Price. I'll see you at the beach.